Hey everyone, welcome to a brand new video here on the channel. It is Christmas, or at least it is when I'm releasing this video, and I wanted to do something a little bit different. So I wanted to do a best and worst games of 2021, and of course I'm only able to really judge games that I've played. So this is obviously very opinion based, and it's, my opinion, which could very much be different than anybody else's. But I just thought I'd give my insights as to what I thought was the best and worst games of 2021. So hopefully you guys will enjoy this video. If you do, go ahead and press that like button. Don't forget to subscribe, and let's get into the video. Alright, so our number 6 worst game of the year for me was Resident Evil Village. It looked nice, and I know there was a lot of memes from the lady, but overall, I just couldn't really find myself getting too much into it. Played it for a little bit. I feel like the puzzles broke up the excitement a little too much, and I just completely lost interest. Okay, so for number 6 on our good side, we have Valheim, which was released in early access, and it kind of reminded me of Ark a little bit, except obviously you're in Norse mythology times. But it was a lot of fun, especially with friends. I don't think I would have liked it as much as I did if I played it single player. But if you like crafting games and stuff like that, it was a lot of fun, and the Norse mythology was on point. It looked decent. I won't say it was the best looking game, but it looked decent. Our number 5 of the worst is going to be Aliens Fireteam Elite. Now, I really like Aliens, and I wish that this game would have been a lot better, but it wasn't there. I did have some fun in it, but it would have been better with friends, I'm sure. Going into the matchmaking sucked, in my opinion, especially with the bots, and it was a little too repetitive. And again, I hate that because I really love Aliens. I'm a big fan and wish there was a lot more to it. Alright, our number 5 on the best side is going to be Dungeons & Dragons: The Dark Alliance. I know it reviewed pretty badly, but I had a lot of fun with it, and I did play with some friends, which was great, but I even played it single player, and I still enjoyed it. There was some bugs, granted, but it was really fun and really worth my time, so I did enjoy it. Alright, number 4 on our list for worst games is going to be Diablo 2 Resurrected. I know this is probably going to upset a lot of people, but I'm not a fan. I thought that with them redoing it a bit and the graphics being a little bit better, that I would enjoy it more. But just that top down is something that I can't get used to and can't seem to enjoy. I went through a bit of it, and it was chaotic, and I had fun hanging out with my friends, but that was about the gist of it. I didn't think I found fun anywhere else other than playing with my friends on that game. So alright, and number 4 on the best side is Jurassic World Evolution Part 2. It is an RTS, which is something that I'm not really into that much, but I actually really enjoy this game. Obviously, dinosaurs, who doesn't like that? Having spent so many hours on Ark, it was nice to have another dinosaur game, and of course you can build your own park and stuff like that. So it was pretty exciting, and I think it's really well done. Even though it's an RTS game, I had a lot of fun. Alright, number 3 on our worst side is New World. Now, there was a lot of hype for New World, and it seemed like it could have been really good, but playing through maybe 10 hours, I got very bored. I know that I've spent a lot more hours on like Ark, collecting and gathering, which is a big part of New World, but it just didn't seem as fun. It didn't seem as dangerous to go gather stuff. I don't know. I just could not really get into it, and I feel like a lot of people are having that issue at this point, and hopefully they'll make it better, but at this point I'm just not really interested. Alright, so number 3 on the best side is going to Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart. That game was beautiful. It was fun. I think it was a PS5 exclusive, or maybe they had it on PS4, I'm not really sure. But it was a lot of fun. I mostly just did the main story and kind of went through it as quickly as I could. But even though I was, doing it at that kind of pace, I still really enjoyed the game. And I'll look back on it and think that it was a really fun game. I can't really say anything bad about it. Alright, so for number 2 on the worst side is going to be Deathloop. Deathloop was a PlayStation exclusive as well, I think. It looked like it could have been a lot of fun, but I could not get into it. Man, the story just going back and forth between the same day just kind of lost me. I mean, I could keep up, but it lost my interest. So I don't know. I was really actually disappointed with that game. I thought it was going to be a lot better than it was to me, and that makes me kind of sad. And on the best side, number 2 is going to be Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy. That game, I really can't complain about a single freaking thing. It was a lot of fun. They did the story well. No, I take that back. I can complain about one thing. I wish in streamer mode that it didn't say in streaming mode. That was kind of annoying. But otherwise, I mean, great story, great art. It was just a lot of fun. And I know a lot of people compare it to like Marvel's Avengers, and it's definitely not the same game. The studio Eidos Montreal, I believe, did a really good job on this game, and if you haven't tried it, I do recommend going through and playing it at least once, because it is definitely worth it. Alright, and on the worst side, the number 1 worst game of 2021 for me was Werewolf the Apocalypse Earthblood. It had a really good concept, and the fact that, you get to be a werewolf or a wolf and go through and explore. And I really liked the heavy metal music that it had, but it didn't keep me interested. After a little while, I just completely lost interest. Basically, the combat wasn't that great. The stealth, you could either choose to stealth or not, but ultimately I didn't see any point of stealthing because it never really seemed to work properly. So it was always just, a running gun and go in and fight. But I had such high hopes for it, especially when I first started playing it, and it just really disappointed me. So that's why I have to name Werewolf the Apocalypse Earthblood as the worst game of 2021. Alright, and that brings us to the best game of 2021. And for me, that is Biomutant. Biomutant is a single-player RPG where you're a large mouse-type critter that you can use different points to evolve different features, etc. Go around collecting weapons, everything you expect from your standard RPG. But it was a very beautiful game. It was well done, and the funny thing is, from what I understand, and I could be wrong, is it was done by just a small developer, and it was totally a AAA game experience. It was a lot of fun. There was absolutely nothing I can complain about that game. You got to make your choices, be it good or evil. You got to pick who goes with you, and your choices actually seem to have an effect on the ending, which I really liked. I played that game and I got addicted. I couldn't stop until I beat it. It was a lot of fun. Alright, so those are my best and worst games of 2021. And again, I know that it's purely on my opinion, and my opinion may vary differently from everybody else's. Let me know if you've tried any of these out. Let me know what you thought in the comments. And yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, go ahead and press that like button. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will catch you in the next one. As always, thanks for watching.
You wear a hat they call dad. Me, I'm the dad in the hat. You just like clubbing and clothes. Me, I like afternoon naps. 3, I be missed for the road. My oldest like counting racks.